Easy, easy! More. That wagon has to be dead center. Make sure that's securely tied. Corporal, you'll find some more rope behind this skiff over here. Come on. Lively!
There it is, Daniel. Food, medicine, and ammunition. The difference between survival and total annihilation for Fort Courtney.
Well, with any luck at all, we ought to be there in 3 days, Major.
2 days, Daniel. The fort can't possibly hold out more than another 48 hours.
Major? The cargo's ready for loading, sir.
Very good, Lieutenant. Proceed.
Sir, there's one thing more. I'm sure there's been some mistake, but your adjutant just told me that I am to share my command in this mission with some woodsman by the name of Daniel Boone.
We can discuss this later.
Oh, no, Major. Let him go ahead. He may have come up with some first-rate objection to that backwoodsman.
Lieutenant Nolan was only recently transferred here from the east, Daniel. Considering our short notice and all, he was the one officer available who'd had experience with boats.
Sir, from what I've gathered, this being a strictly military operation. You called him Daniel, sir?
Yes. This is your backwoodsman.
Glad to know you, Lieutenant.
No offense personally, Mr. Boone. I'm glad to see that you appreciate the situation.
Oh, I do. I was just wondering if I could be of help, if you'd mind having me along. Not bothering your command, of course.
Well, I see no reason why not, since you put it that way. I'm sure you'll find the trip most interesting.
Well, to tell you the truth, Lieutenant, I've made the trip before. Now, the Major tells me you only have 2 days to get there to prevent the fort from falling.
Yes, Mr. Boone, that's true. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm very pressed for time.
Lieutenant, speed alone is not the answer. I'll show you what I mean. Here we are. Here's the fort. Now, the river narrows about here, with heights commanding the passage about here.
Mr. Boone, I've seen a map of the river before.
I've seen the river, Lieutenant. Now, the point is, if the British have thought to station troops anywhere along this river, and the way they block land routes, it's my guess they have. This is the point they most likely have picked. Right above this suspension bridge.
One degree correction. Fire when ready.
Yes, sir. 1 degree correction. Fire!
Perfect! Freeze that trajectory and we can't miss.
Yes, sir. If anything comes up that river, it'll be blasted clear out of the water.
I only hope they do use a boat. With the gunpowder they'll be carrying, one shot would do it.
The blast will be heard from here to Fort Courtney.
If not, by good King George.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roaring'est, fighting'est man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
I'd feel a lot better about this expedition, Daniel, if you took those soldiers with you.
Well, I'm not one to turn down help, Major, but unless they're Pullman, there's just no room on board.
But suppose you do run into a British force somewhere along the way.
Well, I don't suppose I could carry enough soldiers in that situation to do any good anyhow.
Suppose not, but that young lieutenant.
Oh, I think you'll be all right, Major. Just needs a little seasoning, that's all.
Gentlemen, the Army needs 5 men to pull that flatboat upriver. Unload, free ride back downstream with the current, 3 days in all. But I need very experienced polemen, because we've got to get there in a hurry.
What's the rush, Sonny?
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. I'm on the hurry. You in a hurry, Barnes?
I don't see that concerns you.
Nobody pulls nothing on this river unless I say so. So where you're going, why, and how much concerns me plenty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would think that you men could use all the work you could get.
That's so? I'm still waiting for the answers, Sonny.
With time running out, Lieutenant, I wouldn't think we could afford to be too choosy.
Mr. Boone, I can't afford not to be. 1 man with character is worth 3 with none.
It's amazing you found out so quickly.
It's a matter of training, Mr. Boone. You take that man there, he could prove invaluable. He has leadership qualities, experience, spirit.
It's pretty fair in the muscle, too.
You're apparently the one to deal with. I'll need 4 men on the poles and 1 man on the sweep.
In the first place, the name is Strunk. Mr. Strunk.
All right, Mr. Strunk. You'll do for the sweep. And I'll leave it to you to choose the 4 best men in this lot.
Just like that. Where to? How much?
I don't think we should tell him where we're...
Fort Courtney. And $20 a man.
Go soak your head, Lieutenant. We ain't gonna make a trip like that for no 20.
Wait a minute, Strong. Why don't you speak for your...
Now you make that 30, and we'll think about it.
The lieutenant can't afford $30. He was just about to tell you that. Now, if any of you men are interested in this offer, I suggest you start loading those supplies on the flatboat. We'll be shoving off here shortly.
Mr. Boone.
Wait a minute.
Now, Mr. Strunk, you wouldn't want to keep your shipmates from earning a good, honest dollar, would you?
Well, I guess if it's for the Army, it's our patriotic duty. Toby, Parker, Barnes, George, let's go down the docks.
Was there something, Lieutenant?
Yes, Mr. Boone, a matter of authority. From now on, I'll handle these matters alone.
If you prefer.
Can we get this stuff loaded first? Fan out down there. You get that stuff over there. Here.
Very efficient, mon ami. Very good. Now, just 1 more.
What happened to Barker?
So I go off down the street.
Barnes. Tell Barker to get down here on the double, or I'll have to replace him.
Come on.
You, what are you doing here?
That's all right. He's with me.
Oh, he's with you. Off, both of you.
Excuse me, sir. Are you perhaps the hire of a poleman for this boat?
Nobody works here less than I say so. Now, get!
Wait a minute.
Go away.
Strong.
These two ain't part of my crew.
Mr. Boone, if you please, I'll thank you to leave these matters to me. All right. Let's get one thing very clear and straight right now. If anybody is dissatisfied with money or conditions on this expedition, they can leave.
No.
Very well. Finish securing the cargo and get to your polling positions. Strunk, you on the sweep. You and you pull on the port side. You and you on the starboard. All right, hop to it.
Like I said, a little seasoning.
Mr. Boone,
Thank you.
I assure you I am quite capable of handling these matters alone.
Some matters you are, Lieutenant.
Is there some question, sir, concerning my command?
Not in my mind, but for the sake of this mission, you'll take Daniel Boone's advice and you'll abide by it. If that means splitting your command, then consider it split. At my orders.
Yes, sir.
Hereafter, you will confine yourself to the operation of the boat, leaving all other concerns to him.
Yes, sir.
And in that connection, your boat appears to be ready.
Yes, sir.
All hands prepare to move out. Let's go forward. Let's go aft. Bring her back by starboard.
Push, boys, come on!
Pull the midstream. Starboard poles, heave.
Oh. Well, it's easy to see you know your way around boats, Lieutenant.
As the Major ordered, I'll perform my function and you will perform yours. I hope there'll be no difficulties between us.
See a reason why there should be. I know a man's first command sometimes can be kind of a strain.
The Major told you?
This is your first? No, I just kind of figured that out.
Pull the midstream, heave.
You know, Lieutenant, one way to look at this might be that it's kind of a big opportunity.
I do. And as long as we keep to our own divisions of responsibility, I won't be held liable for the mistakes of others.
Now, I see what you mean.
Parker and Barnes, Frenchie.
Parker and Barnes? What is a Parker and Barnes, monsieur?
Don't give me that.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
You clumsy fool, I'll break you in half.
Would you perhaps enjoy a bit of sport, monsieur? This is an excellent weapon. Makes a good game, doesn't it?
A game you want?
Yes.
Marbles, bumbledy-peg. It's a boy's stick. It's a man's weapon.
Mr. Strunk, what are you doing? Back on that sweep before we go aground.
You're right.
No, put those knives down. Sit out.
All right, Legrand. Now show him your specialty.
I'll be delighted to.
Seems you gentlemen don't hear commands too well. With the lieutenant's permission, I'm sure you all have good hearing for the clink of coins. And if there are any more shenanigans like this, those responsible are going to have their pay docked by half. And if you don't like it, you can always swim back.
Right, now back to your post. You've cost us valuable time. They're spirited men, Mr. Boone. It would be helpful if you could keep an eye on them. Bit early to be looking for the British, isn't it?
Well, the British control all the territory along the river. One lookout anywhere along the river reporting our presence could mean the end of our mission.
I knew it was a mistake to bring them to.
It was a mistake for you, Strong. You'll be shown for the blowhard that you are.
Listen to the braggart. He can't even buckle his shoes without the help of a sidekick.
You better pay attention to your job, Strong. We run into those logs down there, we'll all end up in the river.
Strong, bring her alongside those logs.
That log was blasted by a cannonball. Must have floated all the way down from Fort Courtney.
Well, you're right about the cannonball, Legrand, but it didn't come from the guns at Fort Courtney. I'd say this cut hadn't been exposed to the water more than 2 hours.
Meaning?
Meaning that there's a cannon upriver from us. Most likely British, and more likely commanding the river passage. Look here, Lieutenant. I'll show you what I mean, Lieutenant. We're about here. I'll cut across on foot and scout the suspension bridge. Then I'll hurry as quickly as I can and rejoin you about here.
And if you're not at that point by the time we arrive, you expect me to wait?
That's right, Lieutenant.
Mr. Boone, I can't afford any delays.
We can afford to be blown out of the water by British cannon even less.
Now listen, that part of this mission is my command, and my orders are to proceed as quickly as possible and without interruptions.
I have orders too, Lieutenant, and certainly one of them will be to prevent this from becoming a suicide mission.
But what do you expect to gain? If there is a British cannon waiting for us, what can we do about it? We still have to try to push through. No, Mr. Boone, I'm sorry, I cannot.
Now, Lieutenant, I don't know what, if anything, I can do until I have a look. Now, in the meantime, despite these buckskins, I think you ought to know I hold the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. I'm ordering you to wait at that curve of the river until I get there. Hold up on the pole! Carry on, Lieutenant.
All hands, start pulling. And from now on, you'll pick up your strokes. We've got a lot of delays to make up for.
Captain, I want you to double the sentries tonight.
Yes, sir.
And put a 24-hour watch on the bridge. It'll be a bright moon tonight. No chance of any boat getting past us if we're alert.
Yes, sir. Sergeant, double all sentries tonight. Sir? Dismiss!
This is it. Toby?
Yes, sir.
Drop the bow anchor. Rest your poles, men. You can break out some food while you're waiting.
About time. Cherokee. Yeah.
Funny, I never seen you two around town before.
Well, we're just passing through. We come from south of here.
Peculiar place must be. All wear them bracelets around their ankles? About you, you wear them too?
When I think it's any of your business, I'll let you know.
I won't say I never seen any bracelets like them before. They're usually attached to chains. Of course, chains could be hacked off if need be.
You know something? You do an awful lot of talking for a man that's so outnumbered.
Lieutenant! What's the trouble, Mr. Strong?
How long are we gonna have to sit here on this rotten scow?
Until I tell you to move it.
All right, Strong. What are you after?
What do you got? Nothing, probably. Except maybe a price on your head.
Let's get off this thing.
Stand apart! Mr. Strunk, what is going on here?
You got yourself a couple of escaped convicts, and I'm claiming the reward.
Convicts?
Yeah, right down to them ankle chains.
Toby, bring me some rope. You're both under arrest. You'll be confined and turned over to the authorities at Port Courtney.
That would be very unfortunate.
Very, but I have no other choice.
Hey! Thank you, Lieutenant. Now stand back, the both of you.
We are getting off here, mates.
First one that moves gets the charge.
Fair enough. I'll see that you get this one. Now drop that pistol. Drop it. You drop that boat hook, too.
Escaped criminals, Mr. Boone. If I hadn't been so bullheaded.
It's lucky I got back when I did. We're gonna need all hands.
You mean you intend to allow these two to continue on our expedition?
Lieutenant, we don't have any choice. I'm gonna need their help.
Their help?
I found the British, a whole passel of them camped out above that suspension bridge and the cannon. Grab 2 shovels, about 30 feet of that line, and a keg of powder. You two are going with me.
Good riddance.
These men are escaped convicts, Mr. Boone. Dangerous men. They'll try to kill you and escape the first chance they get.
Yeah, I expect they will, but I'll just have to see that they don't get the chance. Why don't you swap with me? Your pistol will be handier for climbing.
You have a plan?
Sort of. This will leave you with only 2 pole men and Stronk, which means you'll be able to travel about half speed. I reckon you can get to the bridge about dawn. That ought to give me enough time to fix that cannon so it won't blow you out of the water when you try to run past.
Monsieur Boone, we are going where?
We're going to pay the Redcoats a visit.
That's dangerous.
I reckon it'll hold your interest.
You cannot force us to go.
That's right. I can chain you to the wagon. But if you come with me, you figure you'll have a chance to escape, so I reckon you'll come.
Monsieur Boone, I am going to regret killing you.
Your apology is appreciated. Now let's get started.
Very well.
Remember, if you come inside the bridge before dawn, hang back till the sun comes up. Then come by as fast as you can and don't stop for anything, no matter what. I can count on you, can't I?
No matter what, Mr. Boone.
My friends call me Daniel.
Mine call me Bo. On the bow, up anchor.
That's the way we're going to get there.
Then we just blow it up with your powder, is that it?
No, we'll just bury that keg in the edge of the cliffside under the cannon, light it with a fuse, or do you have a better idea?
What I do know is we ain't never going to get there. All you have to do is look.
Well, that's where our friend Legrand comes in.
Me?
You see that line? You see that tree on the ledge up there?
Yes, I see it.
How many shots is it going to take you to throw this boat hook over that limb?
I know nothing about throwing boat hooks.
Well, I thought you said you were a master of all weapons.
I am, but this is not a weapon.
Well, I figured you must have thought so the way you've been waving it around. Or did Stronk have you all figured out just to braggart?
You think I'm a child, huh? To be maneuvered by such obvious tactics. Give that to me. I'll show you. Well?
It was fair.
Fair?
All right, Malloy, you're first. Start climbing.
I can tell you right now, nothing's going to come of it.
I can tell you one thing's going to come of it. Before the night's over, you're going to be a pretty fair mountain climber.
First chance I get, he's dead.
You better be quick or I'll get him first.
You can argue about that later. Climb. Here, make the barrel fast. You're next.
Well, here we go.
Why don't you fire? Who cares about waking up the redcoats? Oh, it's a pity, isn't it? A pistol that cannot be used. Your gunpowder tossed to the winds and your time ticking away.
It is that. I guess we better forget about trying to climb that cliff. Find a way to work our way past those sentries that have been posted.
Without weapons and without powder, huh?
Well, we just have to use some of their powder. I reckon they got plenty to spare.
Well, you'll have to figure it out without me, since you cannot use the gun anyway.
I can fire the gun all right. If I don't get your help, it won't matter whether I wake up the redcoats or not.
You know something, Boone? I'm beginning to admire you. You have a lot of spirit.
Well, you have quite a bit of spirit yourself. Let's head up that slope.
This is as far as we go. Toby, drop that anchor.
What are we waiting for?
Dawn, as Mr. Boone instructed.
Then we go poling past that cannon in broad daylight?
That's right, Mr. Strunk.
Not with me on board.
With everybody on board, Mr. Strunk.
That's what you think.
We're going to get shot for nothing. We haven't a chance of getting that cannon.
See? Shots are coming from the garrison, all right, but they're not shooting at us. Let's keep going.
What's the meaning of this? Who's firing?
Caught him in the brush, sir. Keep your hands up.
Serve you right if you had hit me, you blundering oafs. Man trying to do you a favor.
Mind your speech, sir, and state your business, or favor, as you call it.
Well, fact is, it's a bit of both. Business for me, favor for you. But I'll do my talking to your officer in charge.
You are talking to him.
Which I could do a lot better not being treated like some low-down prisoner. Merci. Now, just what is it worth to you to find out something new about them supplies they're heading for Fort Courtney?
Nothing. I'm ready to blast anything that comes up that river.
Well, sure you are. Of course you are, but it'd be nice for you to know just when they're coming and just how they plan to get by you in spite of your cannon.
I don't know what your information is worth, if anything, until I hear it.
And you won't hear it until we've settled on a price. I figured that, £100 in your currency, that'd be a fair price. Well, while you're making up your mind, he'll come in here and knock your cannon out.
How? How do I know you're not lying?
Because I can prove it just as soon as we agreed on price.
Very well. You'll get your money.
Good. Now, if you'll just take a look over the side, you'll see the powder that was meant to topple your cannon into the river.
Looks like a keg of powder, all right, sir. Splintered, but nothing else.
All right. How many men? And where are they now?
Well, there was 2 of them last time I saw them. But if the man in charge has his way, they'll disable your cannon before they bring the flatboat with supplies into range.
Flatboat, yes. I'd anticipated something of that sort. You'll get your money when that boat is destroyed. You men, guard the approaches to this cannon and shoot anything that moves.
Either we move out right now or I'm going to take me a swim.
Strunk, we move in no direction till sunup. You take one step for that side and I'll blow your brains out.
The way you handle that seems more like a gun for Boone than for you.
Mr. Strunk, once I pull this trigger, I doubt if you could tell the difference.
Captain, I want the cannon loaded and ready for firing. If they're coming at all, you should be here presently.
Yes, sir. Break out the powder.
It's the cave. That's right. Now we know where the powder is. How can we get there?
What we need's another uniform.
If this is some kind of trick, sir, all you'll get is a bullet.
What would happen if we set off all this powder?
A shallow cave like this, the blast would level everything on the outside for quite a distance.
That cannon is lined up directly in the mouth of the cave.
Yes, but there is first the matter of setting off the explosion without including ourselves in the blast.
Me boy,
Patience, Colonel, patience. She's got a stripe-happy West Pointer for a captain. He'll get her here if he has to push her.
Isn't that thing loaded yet?
Loaded and ready, sir. The boat! It's coming! All men to your post! To your postmen!
She's here. Loaded to the ears. Make ready for firing.
No one would show up on time.
Looks like you're the man. He trusts you. So belt him. Get that gun.
I don't want to have anything to do with this.
You will if you don't want your head split in about 30 yards.
He's just a boy. He's just a lad.
He ain't worth 3 of us. As if you're still around to be counted now.
Hey, look! It's the British cannon. Stand by. He's almost in position. She'll be here any minute. The cannon is pointed right at us.
That doesn't mean it'll fire. Keep pulling, Toby. Get on with your work, Toby.
Strong. Move. Captain! Quickly, they're almost in position.
a finer bunch, Daniel, never!
Well, you made out better than I did.
Why? What happened?
Well, I kind of hate to tell you. Malloy caught me off guard. Turned British informer.
And Legrand?
Legrand? Well, I guess I lost him in the confusion. The important thing, Bo, is we're going to get those supplies to Fort Courtney on time, right?
Right, Daniel.
Hey! Ho!
Bon voyage, gentlemen.
Easy on the powder, we're running low. Your mother's valuables. Quickly. Almost $100. Your mother put it up for you. Cal, she was a thrifty woman. Mine, you'd be the same.
Don't talk, Pa. Hold them off.
Too many of them. Now, you listen to me, son. A man that won't face fact when he's got to ain't worth his salt. Now, use the tunnel. Take the Spanish horse and make for Boone's burrow and get to Daniel Boone. Your mother had kin there, Baltimore. And Daniel will help you locate them.
I'm not gonna leave you, Pa.
That horse. That's all I've got to give you. I think his lameness can be fixed. And he may be of some value sometime. Take good care of him, son. And maybe someday he'll take care of you. Son, we've had our times together. Now get out of here while you still have a chance. Get going. Come on, boy. Get going. Cal. Take care, son.
I'll come back with help as quick as I can, Pa.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripin'est, roarin'est, fightin'est man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel was he, Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Mr. Boone! Mr. Boone!
What's wrong, son?
It's Pa, Mr. Boone. Shawnee jumped us right after daylight.
Shawnee?
Yeah, about 5 or 6 of them. Pa got some before he was hit, but he's hit awful bad, Mr. Boone. I'd have gotten here quicker, but Gideon's still pretty lame.
Do you want me to go to the fort for help?
There's no time for that, Becky.
But, Dan!
It's all right. It's likely just some renegades looking for what they could steal.
Dan, Calvin's just a boy. You don't know what you might find.
Caleb Trevor's his father, Becky. There's something a man has to do, even a young one. He'd never forgive himself if he didn't go back. Have Israel take care of his horse. Come on, son.
Yes, sir.
Stay here, Cal. They didn't find him, son. He made it to your tunnel somehow.
He's dead? It was all Gideon and I had, Mr. Boone. We were going to do so many things together. I shouldn't have left him.
Cal.
Pa said Gideon would be faster than any of them once we got his limp cured.
And that's a chore you can finish, isn't it?
Won't be the same now.
No. That's the way your pa would want it.
I want to see him.
Believe me, Cal, I know what's best. Something to remember, Cal. Nothing ever ends. It's always the beginning of something else. Why don't you go on down to the creek and wash up, get your wind back. I'll be along directly.
Mr. Boone. He always set store by the shade of that big old tree over there.
Can't think of a likelier place, son.
those letters.
Well, I'm almost done.
Think you'll be able to locate Calvin's folks?
Caleb Trevor didn't leave much to go on. I doubt if he heard much from his wife's people after she died. And they may be a little difficult to locate after all this time.
I'm worried about that boy, Dan. I was thinking, if you say so, we can keep him here with us.
We could, and we will, if it comes to that. But he needs his own kin, his own blood. He needs to belong. There's no way we can give him that.
Just concerned about him, that's all.
You know, if I'd give you leave, you'd mother the whole world, Becky Boone. Now, don't worry about Calvin. He'll make his own way. And that's best.
Gideon, come on. You gotta try. You gotta put your weight on it. You're favoring it too much, boy. Now, come on. Come on.
Pa always says animals know what's best for them.
Please, Gideon. You gotta get better.
Cal? That's the finest looking horse we've seen in these parts.
He'll be the fastest, too, in the whole country once that leg of his mends.
Well, I reckon he would be if all four legs were sound.
They will be. Pa said they'd get well.
Did he, Cal?
Well, he said he thought the lameness could be fixed.
How long ago was it those drovers left him with you?
Almost 14 months, but he was getting better.
And he was lame when they left him?
Yes, sir. But it was that ride over here. I rode him as hard as I could. It sure didn't do that leg any good.
Well, he's got a bowed tendon, Cal. After 14 months with no real improvement, it's doubtful if he can be cured. The drovers knew that. And right now, that tendon's mighty inflamed.
But Pa said that... Wait, isn't there somebody who could get him well? I've got $100. I'd be...
And that $100 is for your schooling. I couldn't let you do that. I don't mean there's no hope. We can try, and we will. Right now, he's got a fever in that leg. And that's the first thing we've got to take care of. Cal, what do you reckon would draw that heat out of that leg?
Do you think his leg can be fixed, Pa?
Well, we can try, Israel. Cal's got all of his hopes wrapped up in this horse.
Anything I can do to help?
Yes. Yes, you can. You can go ask your ma for some rags, and then we'll get some mud and some herbs, and we'll make poultice.
Yes, Pa.
I've got to tell you, Cal, the chances are pretty slim. I think you ought to face that now.
Yes, sir. What'll happen to him, Mr. Boone, if he can't be cured? I mean, will we have to do what they do to horses when they break a leg?
There's no point in worrying about that now. Just pat that on the sore part, Cal.
Yes, sir.
It'll strengthen the tendon. It's strong. It'll burn for a bit.
Burn?
It's all right. It's got to be done. It's going to need a little exercise to keep him stiffening up. A little more each day until he gets his strength back in that leg.
Yes, sir. Well, you want first, Israel?
We're gonna make him the fastest horse in Kentucky, the Virginia, and the Carolinas, too.
Well, like your pa says, we're sure gonna try.
good. Inflammation's gone down. You can start riding him a little in a few days. Give him his rub down.
Yes, sir. Come on, Gideon. Oh, Gideon.
Sure seems like he wants to go. Think we can let him out a little bit more?
No, not until your pa's really sure that leg is healed. Now, come on, it's my turn.
Well, looks like you got him warmed up enough. Let's take a look. See if all that work paid off. What do you think, Cal?
Looks good.
Yeah.
How is it?
Sound as a dollar.
You sure?
See what he'll do.
I'll give you a mark, Cal.
All set, Gideon?
Come on, Cal. Come on. Come on, Gideon. Come on, go. Go, Gideon. Come on. Come on.
Atta boy, Gideon. Come on, come on.
You know, Dan, another time in another place, you might have been a real sport.
Yeah, might at that. It's quite a bit of horse for that boy.
Calvin's quite a boy. And you did a proper job on that animal's leg.
Yeah, if it holds up, you can't tell about one of those things till you put it to the test.
Oh, I almost forgot. Cincinnatus gave me this as I was leaving the fort. Came in on a trader's wagon.
Come on, Cal. Come on, Gideon. Come on. Come on, Cal. Try it out. Come on.
Cal! Israel! Cal!
Dan, are you sure Calvin will be all right?
Becky, I won't leave him in Williamsburg until I'm sure he's in the right house.
Well, I want to thank you for everything, Mrs. Boone. I'll never forget it here.
You're always welcome to come back, Cal.
Thank you.
Maybe your aunt and uncle let you come back for a visit before winter.
That'd hardly be fair, Israel. They have quite a bit of getting acquainted to do.
Spring, then?
Well, I'll sure try.
Where's your money, Calvin?
Oh, I have it right here.
And you make sure it stays right there.
Yes, ma'am. Well, so long, Israel.
You watch out after the place, son.
Okay, Pa.
Bye, Becky.
Bye, Dan.
Bye.
Bye.
We may be here 2 or 3 days, Cal. Long enough to find somebody fit for you to travel the rest of the way with. How would it strike you to sleep in a real bed tonight?
It'd strike me fine. And, no fault to your camp doing, Mr. Boone, but a kitchen cooked meal go pretty good right now.
I think we passed a stable back there. Why don't you see to Gideon? I'll go find the landlord.
Thank you.
Pardon me, sir. I was wondering if I could stable my horse here.
I'm not the proprietor.
Oh, well, is this gentleman over here the proprietor?
No, he is not. He works for me.
Is there a racetrack around here?
Look, boy, we're busy here. Why don't you run along?
Mr. Landers.
Well,
You interested in racing your horse, boy?
From the looks of the animal, I'd guess the answer was yes. Well, yeah, tell me, boy, have you ever raced your horse?
I've never even seen a real race, not like that one, with the jockeys and fancy duds and all.
Oh, it's the spectacle of a lifetime, the sport of kings, you know. And those fancy duds, as you call them, are racing silks. Every stable has its own colors these days, for pride and identification.
Of course, it takes money, you know. Entry fees and all.
Oh, well, all I've got's $100, but I'm sure that Gideon could beat anything.
Whipper, show the lad our colors, eh? Whipper, there's my jockey. And my name is Landers, Jeremiah Killingsworth Landers.
How do you do, sir? My name's Calvin Trevor.
The pleasure is mine, young man. And where are you from, that you've never shared a sportsman's finest hour?
Boonesboro, sir. Boonesboro, Kentucky.
Daniel Boone settlement, huh? Well, that explains your ignorance of the finer things of life.
Let's just see how that cap fits. How's that?
Right, smart. Yes, sir. Come here, Whipper. Look at the lad. He makes a fine-looking jockey, eh? I envy you, boy, what you've got to look forward to.
Gideon, eh? Belong to your pa?
No, my pa's dead, sir. Gideon's just about all the family I got left.
I'm sorry to hear that, my boy. Splendid animal. Splendid. But if you don't mind my saying so, a pretty poor way to keep him.
Oh, well, we just came off the Wilderness Road. You should see him when he's all brushed up good.
He's bred to run all right.
I'd sure like to see him let out once.
Mr. Landers, how much is that entry fee?
Now, you don't want to waste your money on a gamble like that, my boy. He's a fine-looking horse, sure, but it takes more than looks to win a purse, you know. Yes, I'll never forget my first purse. Your heart jumps right up here. The wind is like music in your ears, and the shouts of the crowd are all for you. You hear the ladies calling out your name, and then that moment of victory. And a fine fat purse to line your pocket. It's a mighty thrill, boy. A mighty thrill.
Looks as if he'd been lamed up pretty bad for a spell.
Oh, that's too bad. A fine horse otherwise.
Oh, but he's all mended up first rate now. He can run as good as ever.
Against a champion? Like Lady's Choice there?
Oh, no, it wouldn't be fair. Not with a game leg like that.
Oh, no, I'm afraid it wouldn't be fair at all. Pity, though. An untrained horse like that would fetch long odds. What would you say he'd bring, Whipper?
Oh, against Lady's Choice, I reckon about $5 for every one wagered.
5 to 1? Well, I suppose he
Mr.
would.
Landers, you mean if I wagered $100, I'd get $500 back?
If Gideon won.
Oh, but Gideon can beat any horse.
Hardly, son, with a handicap like that. I'm sorry, but it's my duty to tell you, as a man of honor.
Oh, but please, Mr. Landers, I know that he can.
Well, now I must say I admire your spirit and your confidence. If you're that determined, I hardly have any choice, do I? Whipper, give the Spanish barb of young Master Trevor's a rub down at an extra bait of grain. Calvin, you step this way, and we'll just attend to the details.
But, Mr. Boone, my pa said that Gideon would take care of me.
He wouldn't want you to get it that way.
But, Mr. Boone, don't you realize...
And I'm sure he wouldn't want you to risk all the money you have in the world.
But Gideon won't lose.
Cal, you've never even seen Lander's horse race, and chances are you've never seen a horse race. And yet you're willing to put yourself up against a man whose business is horse racing.
Please, Mr. Boone, I don't think I've been cheated. I was the one who won the race.
I'm sure he made it seem that.
But I know that Gideon will win.
Excuse me, sir. This is a private club for gentlemen only.
Oh? Well, do you have a gentleman by the name of Jeremiah Landers here?
Mr. Landers? Who shall I say wants to see Mr. Landers?
There he is. Mr. Landers?
Well, friends of mine, O'Connell, what can I do for you, young man?
Mr. Daniel Boone, Mr. Landers.
The famous frontiersman, Mr. Boone. It is a pleasure.
Well, that remains to be seen. You are the gentleman that enticed this boy into wagering every penny he has, aren't you?
Mr. Boone, I beg your pardon, but those are harsh words.
Just plain talk, Mr. Landers.
Did Calvin tell you I enticed him?
No, but as a matter of fact.
And since you weren't present, you're making a total assumption. The wager was made in good faith, Mr. Boone, on both sides. At the young man's insistence, I was scrupulous about that.
Oh, I'm sure you were, Mr. Landers. I know your kind. You dangle the bait in front of a fish, and when he bites, it's his idea.
I resent your tone and your implications, Boone.
I don't blame you. Now, are you going to return this boy's money, or are you?
You mind your manners, mister.
Boone, I fail to see how any of this concerns you.
Daniel Boone, what are you doing in Williamsburg?
Squire Breen.
What a pleasant surprise. The Turf Club is honored.
Calvin Trevor, Squire Breen, an old friend.
How do you do, sir? Pleased to know you, son. Is there some problem, Daniel?
Well, there won't be if this gentleman will return the money he took from this boy.
Took, Daniel?
Now, he called it a wager.
Squire, I protest this indignity, and on club premises.
Gentlemen, there is no need for public display. Will you follow me, please? Would you excuse us, please? We have a private matter to discuss. Certainly. Thank you. Would you close the door, please?
Squire Breen, I am not accustomed to this sort of treatment. I realize this man is a friend of yours, but frankly, his inferences and his accusations cannot go unchallenged. I demand an explanation.
All right, Mr. Landers. Suppose you present your case.
Well, it's very simple, Squire. The lad here has a horse he fancies. He importuned me at the stables, and taken by him and by his horse, I foolishly, it seems, agreed to a match race.
With a $100 bet, a professional jockey and one of the fastest horses in Williamsburg.
At 5 to 1 of my own money, Boone, show me anything wrong in that.
If Mr. Landers is guilty of anything dishonest or dishonorable, the Turf Committee is empowered to permanently bar him and his horses from every racetrack in the country. He will never race again. You do own the horse, son?
Yes, sir.
You understand the wager with Mr. Landers? You made it willingly?
Yes, sir. You see, some kinfolk near Baltimore offered to take me in. And, well, I reckon they're on kind of hard times. Leastways, they couldn't come and fetch me after my pa died.
Yes, go on.
Well, I had this $100, and it didn't seem like much for anybody with an extra mouth to feed. But $600 now, that seemed more like a fair amount. Maybe get me some schooling, too.
You see, Squire, Calvin has never ridden in a race before. His horse is untrained. That horse and the $100 is everything this boy has in the world.
He did make the wager, Daniel, and he is a free agent. You understood the risk?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, we all realize you're inexperienced, son, and we don't want you to feel that you're being intimidated. That is, we don't want you to think that you will be made to accept the wager with Mr. Landers if you feel that he has in any way been unfair to you. Now, if you do, now is the time to speak up.
I reckon you'll hold it against me if I say I want to go ahead.
Oh, son, as long as you know the facts, it's your decision.
I want to race, sir.
Spoken like a sportsman. All right, then, it's settled. I understand your concern for your young friend, Daniel, but Mr. Landers has some right in the matter, too, and some lessons are best learned early in life. However, I believe it is customary for an impartial referee to hold the stakes in a wager of this sort. You do intend to cover, do you not, Mr. Landers?
Indeed I do, Squire. And at 5 to 1.
Just a minute, Squire. As long as we have to have this race, it seems to me that odds of 5 to 1 against an inexperienced rider and an untrained horse are rather unfair.
Valid point, Mr. Boone. I think 8 to 1 would be proper in the circumstances. Don't you agree, Mr. Landers? The race will be run on the meadow on my property. Any objections, Mr. Landers?
Not for me, sir.
Will 9 o'clock in the morning be acceptable to both parties?
Suits me fine.
Yes, sir.
Then it is settled.
Grateful for your interest, Squire. Looks like he's ready to go.
Sure hope I am.
How do you think he's going to take to this racing saddle?
He probably won't like it right off, but he'll get used to it.
How are you going to take to it?
Well, grip harder with my knees.
Cal, I kind of bore down on you this morning, but don't try to remember everything I told you.
Oh, I'll remember. I'll stay low over Gideon's neck so the wind won't slow us down, and I'll hold him in at the start of the race.
Right, it's dangerous to get too far behind, but you have to have something left for a finish. And Cal, stay away from Landers' jockey. Don't let him crowd you. If he's anything like his boss, he'll have a few tricks up his sleeve. I'm just telling you so you'll be prepared and he won't surprise you.
Good morning, Daniel. You two ready for the big race?
Ready as we're going to ever be.
Here, Calvin, something to boost your morale. I'd be proud to have you wear the green silks for your first race. Better get them on right now. It's almost time for the race to start.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
I'll take Gideon out the bit.
You want me to give that kid a real dusting?
I don't care how you ride this one, Whipper, as long as you win. I can't wait to see the look on that big backwoodsman's face when the bar's foreleg gives way. Yes, get in front and let the boy eat a little dust. Go good.
I wasn't too sure Gideon recognized me in this outfit.
You look fine, boy. Come on, I'll give you a leg up.
Gentlemen, your attention, please. It is now time to race. The course for the race will be this straightaway meadow track. You will start at the pole at this end of the meadow. Race between these poles, around the pole at the other end of the meadow, back up the track with a final turn around the starting pole to the finish line here. The signal for the race to begin will be a shot from this pistol. Are there any questions, gentlemen?
No, sir.
Take your horses to the starting line.
Good luck, Cal.
keep that whip to yourself, will you? Gideon's never been touched.
It's about time he learned a few things, kid. It's about time you learned a few things, too. Riders ready? You're a good teacher, Daniel. That boy can ride. Now it's up to the horse. Ride him, boy, ride him. Come on, Carol. Come on, Carol.
You won, Cal! You won, boy! You won, Squire.
You know what that horse would be worth on any track in Virginia, Daniel? $1,000, as he is, without any training.
Well, I reckon he's worth a lot more than that to Cal about now.
He did it, Mr. Boone. He did it easy.
The two of you did, Cal.
Splendid ride, son. Splendid.
Mr. Landers. Gentlemen, let me have your attention, please. I have an important announcement to make. My associate, Mr. Slade, here, has just brought me proof of something he suspected when he first saw the winning animal in this race. I have been betting against my own horse.
What do you mean, Landers?
I mean the Spanish Barb actually belongs to me. Under the circumstances, I declare this race a no contest, and I demand that all the wagers be returned at once.
That's what he's been up to all along. He's been after Gideon right from the start.
This is highly irregular, Landers.
But, Squire, I have the proof right here.
Whatever that is, you cannot declare no contest on your own. That's a matter for the Turf Club Committee.
Yes, Squire, but let them get at it quickly, please. The horse really belongs to me.
Certainly appreciate the time, Squire. This may not be as simple as it seems on the surface.
That's exactly why we organized the club, Daniel. We volunteer our time to settle any disputes as fairly and amicably as possible.
You can't ask for more than that.
Well, gentlemen, I'm happy to say I think this will not take all day. Here is the bill of sale. And I have all the other documents with me.
Gentlemen, I have a bill of sale for a yearling Spanish Barb that was bought in at auction in New Orleans.
Description and date match.
And here is the entry in the diary I make my men keep when they're away on business for me. It clearly states the same horse pulled up lame and was left with a man named Caleb Trevor near the settlement at Boonesboro.
There's no question but what it's the same horse.
Thank you. Now that's settled, we'll take possession of the horse.
Hold on a minute, Landers. Is that the decision of the committee?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Boone.
I'll get the horse.
Why don't we send somebody with him? He and that boy could sneak that horse of mine so far away I'd never see him again.
Contrary to your opinion, Daniel Boone is hardly a thief, Mr. Landers.
Well, Squire, we'll see. But if it comes to that, I'll not hesitate to ask the constable to issue a warrant for their arrest.
I'm afraid you're ahead of yourself, Mr. Landers. Our only concern here is the good name of racing in this community. Whatever legal steps you take is your own affair, Mr. Landers. However, as usual, what you do will be judged by this committee as a measure of your fitness to be an acceptable member of this organization.
I knew you'd outrun that horse, Gideon. Pa was right. And now they want to take you away from me. It's not fair. You're my horse. You belong to me. You know, we don't have to race anymore. We don't need racing or towns or any of this. You and me, Gideon, we can make out together. Nobody will be able to stop us. We'll light out of here so fast I'll never know the difference.
I never figured you'd run from trouble.
I'm not going to let them have Gideon.
Cal, you were called upon to become a man real early in life. You've done a real good job up to now.
I don't care what that Mr. Landers says. Gideon doesn't belong to him. When those drovers left him with Pa and me, they gave up claim to him. And now that he's sound again, it's just not fair.
Maybe not. All of what you say is true, Cal. But Landers has a legal claim on that horse. Cal, we've all got to respect and abide by rules, whether we personally like them or not. Otherwise, we're outside the law. And when you're outside the law, you can't expect its protection. So if you take Gideon, we'll all be obliged to come after you.
Mr. Boone, I just can't give him up. My pa said for me to hold on to him.
I knew your pa, Cal. I'm sure he said a lot of things that might help at a time like this. I reckon that's it. I'm sorry you feel that way, Cal.
Mr. Boone? My pa said that a man who couldn't face up to facts when he had to wasn't worth his salt. Mr. Landers? They're coming. Boone and the boy. I'm ready to abide by the committee's decision, Mr. Breen.
All right, son. Whipper, take care of the barb.
Goodbye, Gideon.
Well, now that that's settled, gentlemen, I'd like to buy you all a drink.
There's one thing that's not settled yet, Mr. Landers. The wager.
That's ridiculous. It was a no contest.
Well, now, the way I see it, it was a wager that one horse would beat another. Ownership has got nothing to do with it.
Gentlemen, the decision of the committee is unanimous. In the interest of sportsmanship and fair play, we hold that the race today was a valid contest. And the wagers staked shall now be the property of Master Calvin Trevor.
Squire free.
You still got the horse at a bargain, Mr. Landers. Of course, if you would be interested in selling...
Just 1 minute, Squire. There's still a small matter of paying this boy for taking care of his horse these past 14 months.
A valid point, Mr. Landers.
All right. At 85 cents a week, $50 ought to take care of it.
That may be the going rate in Williamsburg, but it's different in Kentucky.
Now, just a minute. How much?
Well, you've got to remember, Mr. Landers, that Kentucky has the finest grass in the country for horses. And then there was a lot of doctrine, medicine, special care, training.
How much?
And you can't forget that this boy brought your horse cross country. There's got to be a transportation
How
charge.
much?
Well, I'm not very good at figuring, but say $20 a week, board and care.
$20 a week?
And $100 for transportation.
$100.
Then there's medicine and then doctrine. I think $1,500 might be acceptable to Mr. Trevor. Would that be all right, Cal?
Are you going to stand there and sanction this highway robbery?
Well, your drovers never made an agreement with Mr. Trevor, I understand. Therefore, it seems perfectly proper for Mr. Trevor to present his bill for services rendered.
For $1,500? Ha! What? It's more than the horse is worth.
There might be a way of settling this, Mr. Landers. If you were to give Cal here a bill of sale to that horse, he might call the whole thing square.
Sounds like a sensible solution. That is, if it is acceptable to Mr. Trevor.
Boy, it sure is.
If you ever decide to take up horse trading as a profession, Daniel.
Oh, no, Squire. I know better than to consider myself an expert just because I came out all right the first time.
I think the young man got your point, Daniel.
Yes, sir.
You can't expect Gideon to win every race.
Oh, but Gideon can beat any... Yes, sir, I realize.
Now then, do you suppose that your friend Gideon would like to spend the night in my stable?
Say, that'd be fine.
Well, I'd be honored to have the two of you spend the night with me, too. We could talk about getting Calvin to Baltimore over supper. I might even take him over myself.
Well, now, Squire, you wouldn't have in mind Gideon taking on some of those high steppers in the city, would you?
I might. I just might.
Change your mind, Daniel, about coming along? Promises to be an interesting hunt.
Oh, no, Mingo. It's been 3 days since I sat down with my family at the dinner table. If I don't get back pretty soon, they'll be feeding me out the back door like I was a stranger. Chief White Cloud, I presume since you're chief of the Cherokees, you're going to get the first shot. And I want you to do me a favor. Drop that bear before Mingo does, because if you don't, I'll never hear the last of it.
I intend to, Daniel.
Looks like he's big enough to feed your whole tribe for the winter.
Plenty meat.
Good luck.
Judging from the way he's moving toward higher ground, he's crafty. I believe he's laying a false trail and intends to double back.
Mingo, I suggest we separate. Mingo, man.
Who did this to you?
A white man. One who looks from the red man with eyes of hate. But, my friend, he is but one white man. Do not let this death cause one world to turn against the other. Seek justice, not vengeance. You are now chief of the Cherokee.
But your son...
My son is on a long journey. You must speak for my people. Mingo. The treaty between the Cherokee and the settler, it has been good. You, who have the blood of both worlds, can best keep the peace.
It will be difficult when the braves find out it was a white man.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripidest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Stay put, mule. Stay put. Back, back. All right, take it easy, friend. I'll be with you in a minute. Get your hand on it. Here!
Easy, friend.
Easy. Go on! All right. All
right. Much obliged.
Hawkin, Sam Hawkin.
Sam Hawkin. Daniel Boone.
Boone? I heard tell of you. Well, maybe I shouldn't ask how you got in there.
Maybe it's best you shouldn't.
Near dark. Hate to see a man journeying wet to the bone, his belly empty.
I'll make you a proposition, Boone. I got a grizzly half-skinned up there. You start a fire and I'll cook us up some meat.
Got yourself a deal.
The white man has broken the treaty, murdered our chief. Spit in the face of the Cherokee.
There will be no war paint. The treaty will be honored. It was the wish of White Cloud.
Honor? Where is the white man's honor? He who killed our chief must face Cherokee justice.
One man. Yes, I agree. The murderer will be brought to Cherokee justice.
He will lose himself in the white man's world. Hide behind the walls of Boonesboro. But you, who walk among the whites as one of them, live and think as they do, you are not true Cherokee. I will find the murderer of our chief, and I will kill him.
I will find him. My cabin's just through the trees over there. How about having supper with us? My wife and son would want to meet the man who saved my life.
Well, thank you, Daniel. But I just ain't used to being around civilized folks, especially women. I've been out in the wilds too long. I figure my manners still are. Here, Daniel, it's yours.
I'm the one that ought to be giving you something.
Well, Daniel, I won't fight you if you stand me to a drink in the tavern.
Well, meet you there later.
I'll bargain with you on those skins after a drink.
All right, sir. What'll it be?
Friend, something with the kick of a mule, the bellow of a volcano, and the smell of buffalo hide.
I think I got just the thing for you.
Oh, well, set her down, set her down.
There you go. There ain't many men can handle more than one of them at a time.
Well, you're looking at one. Name is Sam Hawkins.
In Cincinnati's here.
Join me.
Much obliged. Well, how's trapping these days?
Don't get any on you. Brother, how do you keep that potion corked? As long as these boys staying around here with their mouths wide open, might as well pour something down.
Come on.
Come on. Look, Cincinnatus, let's you and me have another.
You really want another one, huh?
Sure do. When some feathered vulture messes with my trappings, he's asking to get skinned.
Elk? Rare in this part of the country. The only elk existing in this territory are in Cherokee land.
Well, now, what makes you think so, Injun?
Only a few migrated to the north of here last year due to a shortage of food. White hunters killed most of them. Those that survived the slaughter found sanctuary on Cherokee hunting grounds. The Indian kills only what he needs.
Well, now, it's none of your nose, Injun, but that's just where I come from. North. There's elk so thick up there, they warm themselves at your campfire. I took this skin 4 days ago, north of here.
This skin was taken yesterday.
Now, you're trying my patience, Injun.
Here's something I found on Cherokee hunting ground. I found traps hanging on that mule outside that bear these marks. Is this yours? Well, is it?
I don't see it's any of your business, Redskin. But what of it?
Now, Mr. Hawkins, Mingo here's a friend in the tavern. He don't want to make no trouble. He'd like to prevent it, I'm certain. I reckon that Mr. Hawkins didn't know nothing about the treaty, Mingo.
I don't imagine it would make a great deal of difference to him if he did. Chief White Cloud is dead. Murdered. I found him with his leg crushed in this.
I set my traps. What kind of varmint walks in them, I got no say. I don't take to drinking around with no liar. So as one of us is going to have to say his goodbyes.
Cincinnatus, pour me a drink.
Never mind, Cincinnatus. You can have mine. Riled. Fire-eyed and touchy as a tea snake. Look at there. Can't wait to collect myself another white scalp. What's the matter, Injun? Only scalps in your wiki up women's and kids? Now you're trying to get yourself a man's?
Let
Sam! Put that knife down. Let him go.
Now, Daniel, this is a personal matter.
Drop it.
Daniel, I figured you for my friend.
Well, I am. So's the man you're about to use that knife on. Like I said, he's a friend.
You just come down the rung of my ladder, Boone. I judge a man by his friends.
Well, that's as good a way as any. Just remember, I count you among them. Now, I would appreciate some explaining.
Chief White Cloud has been murdered by this friend of yours.
He's a liar.
I discovered him myself, with his leg caught in this, and a rifle ball in his chest.
Why would Sam want to kill White Cloud?
Ask him. But one thing I'm sure of, he knew he was on Cherokee land illegally.
The trap, Sam? Is that yours?
Well, that's one of them, Daniel. I set plenty of traps. I got no say about what or who walks in them.
Being on Cherokee land don't make Sam a killer.
You might think a little differently if he had a knife at your throat.
First you call me a coward, then a liar, now a killer. You sure lean real heavy on being a friend of Daniel Boone's in it. Daniel, if I was to kill me an Injun, it'd be face to face. I don't need no bear trap hanging from one of his legs.
Mingo, let you and me take a little walk. Mingo, those are mighty strong charges. There's not enough to back him up.
Only the knowledge in here that he's the man. White Cloud's hunting bow is broken, deliberately. Now, you know what it means to an Indian to enter the next world without his weapon. An act of hatred so deep, it goes even beyond the grave.
Being chief can bring enemies.
This is no personal enemy. This is an enemy of all Indians. Something to which I may be more sensitive than you or any other white man. I read that hatred in his eyes. Perhaps one must have Indian blood in his veins to recognize it.
That's hardly evidence that'd stand up in a court of law.
There's never enough evidence in a white man's court to convict a white man of killing an Indian. With the evidence we have, he'll get a fair trial under Cherokee law.
Based only on the evidence. No, there's too much emotion here, Mingo. He could only get a fair trial someplace else.
Daniel, there's a part of me that's been too long neglected. And that's the part that I must think with now.
Think or feel? Hawken could never stand a chance under Cherokee law.
What chance did White Cloud stand? Daniel, this is a crime against the Cherokee. You have no right to offer him your protection.
Maybe not. But I won't refuse it. He saved my life. I just can't think a man like Hawken could commit murder in cold blood.
Think or feel?
Explain to the new chief how I stand.
You already have. While White Cloud's son is away, I am the chief.
Taking quite a big load on your shoulders. I don't know what I'd do if I were in your place.
I do.
And I grabbed me a handful of them flailing redskins and I shook him and I sought him out until I found me a chief. I tell you, that was just a funny thing. Well, Daniel, it's good to see you without your redskin brother. Look, Daniel, you come over here, because I got a drink for you, and I got enough talk to stuff both ears. Come on over here, Daniel, come on.
Sam, I don't like asking questions twice, but for my friend Mingo, I'm going to.
Well, then, Daniel, you ask away, and I'll answer straight. Oh, Daniel. Now, look, I admit I killed my share of redskins. I admit it. But I don't have to shoot a bird in a snare.
All right, Sam. I believe you. But I wouldn't bet on those Cherokees. And you best stay off their land.
Their land? Their land? Well, pretty soon they're going to be doing their hunting right here.
They just might, for you. And my advice would be for you to stay put here in Boonesboro for a while. If you leave the stockade, you just might end up facing Mingo on his terms.
Now, look here, Daniel. I ain't a man to live neath a roof or back of fences. And I ain't never curled my tail under for no man, and I ain't starting now. Besides, Daniel, they don't worry me none.
Well, they worry me.
Well, Daniel, for you, I'd dig a hole and I'd pull it in after me. I would. Now, come on, drink up. Good night. Good night.
Now, you're going to put this right over here.
Oh, don't. Wait.
And you are going to get up them stairs right now. And you're going to bed. Now, go on.
Go.
Oh, you watch what you're doing.
I'll do it.
Well, then go on.
I'll do it.
I swear that man's going to get the best of me yet. Look at this. Look at that turn.
Well, he's all yours.
Much obliged.
He's going to be expecting me.
Well, I tell you what, I'll just walk you out to the gate.
To that fence like a squirrel skin. Why, Daniel? Doggone it! Now that engine is going to coil himself into some rock. He's just going to wait for me to come along. You know that was trying to kill me?
They could have done that from the window. And there's no question about it, Sam. The Cherokee are bound and determined to have you stand trial. I'm going to tell you again, you stay put till I tell you different. You try slipping off, and you're going to find me harder than those Cherokee braves.
No. Thanks, Daniel, for plucking them redskins out of me.
Let's return the favor, Sam.
Well, reckon that little old bed's gonna sleep just dandy.
That Hawkin fella, the next drink he gets from me is going to be turpentine.
Isn't that what you always serve?
I couldn't help it over here. Dan, what are you going to do?
Don't have much choice, Becky. With the Cherokee Council demanding that Hawkins stand trial.
But they're already sure he's guilty.
That's right.
You can't let that happen.
No, Becky, I can't. I'll be back in a few days. Be gone just long enough to take Hawkins to Salem.
But won't Mingo and his braves try to stop you?
You'll try, Becky.
That tastes like you wrung out some moccasins in it.
It's coffee with my own recipe for a whiskey aching head.
What's the matter, Daniel? Something wrong?
Sam, I got no choice left.
Them Cherokee, they brought you?
They paid me a visit.
That friend of yours, I bet he put him up to it.
Mingo's only abiding by the will of the council. They insist that you be judged by Cherokee Council. If not, we're likely to have a war on our hands.
But Daniel, you can't turn him over to the Redskins. Every time an Indian's killed, they'll be yelling for a white man's blood.
That's why I'm taking you to Salem for trial, Sam. Mingo can speak for his people there.
A court of law? Jail?
Maybe. Till your trial comes up.
Oh, Daniel, I lived wild too long to be caged. I like sleeping under the sky, waking up with the sun in my face. Only thing in this life I'm afraid of is four walls and a locked door. This way is easy on you, Daniel. I've taken the decision right out of your hands.
There's too much at stake for you just to walk away, sir.
Well, like I said, I ain't a one to be caged. Daniel, I reckon I won't be needing this in Salem, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Kentucky's getting too small for me. Bye, friend. I reckon you're gonna need convincing.
I reckon I will.
When there's one thing I can't do more than strong whiskey, it's a good fight. And I guess I found me one. I wouldn't have missed this for all the hard whiskey and the soft women of New Orleans.
Hold up, Sam. You're gonna get your feet wet.
Well, you're sure taking a roundabout way to lose that Mingo.
It may not be the shortest, but it's the safest.
Daniel, you know, I've been thinking. Now, this injured friend of yours, now, he's got a real way with words. Now, supposing that judge in Salem believes him instead of me. I can outfight any Injun, but he's handy with talking and most with a tomahawk.
Well, nobody gets judged just on talk, only on proof. Now, you got nothing to worry about. Judge may singe your ears a little bit for trapping on Indian hunting grounds.
Well, that kind of eases my mind, Daniel. Better than gurgling at the end of a rope.
Down that rock. Climb out on that log.
Doggone, Daniel, but we're going back the same way we come.
Like you said, Sam, we're gonna go the roundabout way. Back into the water on that log.
Daniel, you keep running me like this, ain't gonna be enough left of me to hand over to that judge. Thank you. You sure must hold that half-breed hide.
I do.
Yeah, well, Cincinnati's told me they only wore moccasins on his mother's side. But just being part Injun sours the whole barrel.
But man, to feel as you do, you'd have to have good reason.
I wasn't born hating. One night, I seen this fire light in the sky. Homestead. Time I got there, it was near burned out. Injuns torched it. I drug out an old woman. So small. Why, you could hold her in the cup of your hand. Delicate like a hummingbird. Not enough breath in her to blow out a candle. From the signs, there was 5 of them. So I put the old woman in the ground and said a few words over her. And then I tracked them Injuns till I found them. She was my mother, Daniel.
I'm sorry, Sam. But I've seen the other side, too.
The only thing that makes Injuns different than wolves and snakes are 2 legs. They ain't people, Daniel, not like you and me. I'll stop hating. The day I die.
Upstream or down? You've bought yourself some time, Daniel, but it remains to be seen whether it's enough.
What's the matter? Oh, this here leg of mine. It keeps going bad on me from time to time. A couple of minutes and be fine.
No, Daniel. That arrow could just as easily have gone into his heart. He's going back for a Cherokee tribe.
Daniel, these heathens are gonna roast me like a slab of meat on a spit.
The decision of the council, Daniel. There's nothing either of us can do about it now. He was tried and found guilty by a Cherokee law.
There's another Cherokee law, Mingo, that says the decision of the council can be tested by a trial of combat.
Hawken is wounded.
I'm not. You can tell the council I'll meet any brave of their choice.
You're a fool to risk your life, Daniel, for a cold-blooded killer.
Neither of us knows that he's a killer, Mingo. What is being risked are the lives of many people, your people as well as mine. This could break the treaty.
I'll speak to the council. The decision is theirs.
Daniel, I sure hate to agree with an Injun, but he's right. You're a fool.
We have chosen a warrior to defend Cherokee honor. There's only one among the Cherokees who can defeat Daniel Boone. We have chosen Chief Mingo.
The council honors me in its choice. I will defend the right of the Cherokee with all the skill and strength at my command.
And with your life.
It will be a fight to the death. You or Boone must die.
Hits the ground, we begin. By the time it burns out, one of us must be dead. Or we both die. Whichever one of us does live should do all in his power to see that the white man and the Cherokee continue to live in peace.
play, Mingo. You'd best make it.
Prisoners escape.
Heading for Shawnee country. And if you'd follow toward the river, I'll cut over behind the hill and approach from the other side, just in case he's planned an ambush.
Turn around, Daniel. Now, ease your rifle to the ground. I see you won, Daniel.
Nobody's won yet, Sam.
You fixing to take me back to them Cherokee?
Back to Salem for trial.
Sorry, Daniel.
I was hoping you'd kill that silk-tongued half-breed. He's warning us. Shawnee. Best clear out of here before they spot us.
Where to, General? Shawnee up ahead and Cherokee still making a dance around my ashes. I figure I'll take my chances with the Shawnee with a rifle in my hands. I'm beholden to you, Daniel, for saving my hide from that Cherokee fire. It ain't a man's way to die.
At least a half a dozen of them, Sam. You're gonna need help.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel, together we can make them turn tail and run like squealing squaws. Fetch your rifle, Daniel. Hold it, Engine. He calls you his friend. If you are, I'd get him out of here.
Life once, Mingo. He saved it again. Peyton.